Welcome to our Yoga Stretch and Strength program. Today we're going to build strong obliques and also work on our core center. So begin in a seated cross-legged position with your hands resting on your knees. Now we're going to come into a hamstring stretch and a deep side bend. Now if you need to, keep your right knee bent and then slide the hand down towards the toes. Take your left elbow and bow and arrow that left arm back, opening the chest. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, come gently into that side bend again. Now we've been warming up the torso, which is great, and this is a chance for you to just relax a little deeper into the side bend. Let go again of your neck. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, let's come into the spinal twist. Taking that left hand somewhere to the center of the sacrum and letting the right hand rest on that left knee. Now let's draw the right heel in towards your body and send the left leg now out to the corner of your mat. Get comfortable. If you need your knees soft, that's fine. Reach your left arm down towards your foot, either grabbing the toes or the ankle, reaching the right elbow back, taking your gaze behind you. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, slowly move into your side bend. You can rotate that shoulder back, but just really relax your neck. Bring your breath into the right rib cage and allow that rib to expand. So release that hand, come into a gentle spinal twist, taking your gaze behind you. Now rolling that right shoulder back. Stay tall in your torso. Send that energy through the crown of your head. Now take another inhale, and as you exhale, release out of the twist and bring the bottom of your feet together. Let's come into a trunk stabilization pose by reaching the right leg behind you and extending the left arm forward. Keep the core strong and draw the elbow to knee, extend out. So we're still using the cat and cow, rounding the spine and lifting the chest as you extend. Move at your own pace, but know that this motion comes directly from the navel center. Exhale, and now bend your knee, grabbing your right foot with your left hand. See if you can. There are two actions in play here. We want to roll the left shoulder back as we lift the right knee. Extend the leg back down to the floor and come into a modified half moon, reaching the right arm up to the sky. And notice the left foot is flexed and in a kickstand position. Now lift that right leg up, creating a little more work for the outer thigh and the gluteus maximus. Now again, grabbing that foot, we'll get another chance to stretch through the hip flexor, rolling that shoulder back and opening the heart towards the sky. Take another full breath in and slowly release the leg back out and drop the foot to the ground. Reach the arm up and over. Again, coming into that nice deep side bend, opening up the chest. Take one more full breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to release that hand back down to your mat and return to our tabletop position. Now we're going to extend the left leg behind us and reach the right arm out, using our core to keep stable. Now drawing the elbow to knee and a reach. Building heat in the body and creating a strong core center. Continue to flow elbow to knee. Use your breath. Exhale as you draw in. Inhale as you extend. Now we're going to hold, bending that left knee and grabbing the foot with the right hand. Remember to roll and open that right shoulder and lift the left knee. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and drop that foot to the mat, lining up your knee, your heel, and hand. Beautiful. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Now, if you want, you can lift that right leg up, feeling your power and your strength here. Grab that foot, and we'll get another chance at opening the shoulder, the chest, and the hip flexor. Stay focused and connected to your breath. Now go ahead and release that foot back down, and let's just take another stretch up and over the side of the face, really working from that hip bone all the way out to the fingertips. Take another full inhalation and release your hands slowly to the floor, bringing your knees directly under your hips. Let's curl the toes under, push your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Getting that beautiful stretch through the spine and the hips. Settle into your down dog by releasing the head and the neck, allowing the crown of the head to drop towards the floor. Now let's take that right leg up towards the sky and bring the right foot forward between your hands, coming into a high lunge. Dropping the left knee down slowly. Let's take our hands onto our right thigh and lift the torso up. Now reach the left arm up next to your ear. Take another full breath, and now add the right arm, lifting the chest towards the sky. Try a small back bend by interlocking your fingers behind the back of the head, elbows out wide. Lift your heart towards the sky. Take another inhalation. As you exhale, let's come into Yoga Mudra, interlocking your fingers and drawing your shoulder blades together. Stay steady with your breath. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Flex your left foot and slide the right foot back. Let's come into our downward facing dog again. Make any small adjustments that you need to settle into this wonderful stretch, creating balance between the hands and the feet. Now send your left foot back up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to draw that knee forward. Bring your foot in between your hands. Stay in that high lunge, and then drop the right knee to the floor. Bring your hands onto your left thigh and lift the torso up, drawing the belly in and lifting the heart. Now reaching your right arm next to your ear. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, let's go ahead and bring the left hand, opening the chest up towards the sky. Interlock your fingers and bring them back behind your head. See if you can open up the chest a little bit more, bringing the elbows back, opening the throat. Now release your hands behind your back, interlocking your fingers and drawing your shoulder blades together. Sink into your hips and really feel that stretch of the thigh, the quadricep. Release your hands down to the mat. And we're going to slide that foot back. Let's go and flex your feet, drop your hips back and up, coming into Adho Mukha. Now lifting the right leg back up towards the sky, we're going to bring that right foot again forward into our high lunge and drop the left knee down. Now we want to come into a little hamstring stretch. Flexing the right foot. Now bend that right knee forward. And now we're going to slide that left foot back, coming into a modified pyramid pose. Remember, blocks are great here. Take another full breath, now bending that right knee. Let's draw our arms up into Warrior One. Feel the connection of the earth, grounding your feet, feeling strong in your legs. Now let's move right into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2, sending your gaze out to your left hand, drawing the belly in and up, but sinking into the hips. Now straighten out that front leg. Cartwheel the left hand back, coming into a reverse triangle. Still working through those side bends. Take another cleansing breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to bend our knee and come back into Warrior Two. We are going to move into a horse stance, so draw the hands back to the heart and pivot the feet slightly out, coming into a prayer squat. Inhale, circle your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sweep the earth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. We will flow right into eagle pose, so sweep the right arm under the left, interlocking the fingers, coming into that squat. Dropping the tailbone but pulling the abdominals in. Take a few cleansing breaths. Now release your hands, bring them over the crown of the head, and now down to the heart center. Now circle the arms back up over the crown of the head and bring your hands to your hips while you go into a forward fold. Releasing your hands directly under your shoulders. Bring the feet out wide, and then slowly walk your fingertips beyond your shoulders, coming into a straddled down dog. Roll your weight back into your heels, and even see if you can lift up your toes. Feel the stretch into the hamstrings, into the spine and hips. Take a few deep breaths. Walk your hands back under your shoulders and then turn into a runner's lunge. Now we're going to come into our hamstring stretch, walking your fingers out towards the edge of the mat. Now go ahead and push back as you flex that right foot. Take one more deep inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward, bending your left knee. Now lift the right knee up into that high lunge and slowly move into pyramid pose. Really pushing back on that right heel. Keep the left heel flexed. Now if you want to go deeper in this pose, you're welcome to bring the nose towards the knee. Otherwise, just go ahead and bend that front knee. Let's reach up into Warrior One. Lift through the heart. Pull the navel to the spine. And bend that left knee right over the left ankle bone. Take another full cleansing breath. And as you exhale, Let's go ahead and rotate into our warrior two. Really extend from the chest, the heart center, as you reach out through the fingertips. Stay tall in your posture, but sink down. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, let's turn that right palm up and come into reverse triangle. Notice how that right leg is straight. Coming into a nice deep side bend. Opening up the side body. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, sink your hips back to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Bring your hands to the heart center and pivot your feet forward. Come back into our prayer squat. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, sweep the earth. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let go. And just continue to flow the arms with your breath. Come into your squat and wrap the left arm under the right into our eagle pose. Keep that deep squat to work through the thighs and the glutes. Draw the elbows up slightly to really open up the trapezius. Stay steady with your breath. And now release and bring your hands back to the heart center. Great job. We're going to toe heel and bring our feet back to mountain pose, standing tall with our hands in prayer. We're going to transition down to the floor, but first balance up onto your toes. Now staying on the toes, start to come into a squat by bending the knees. Stay on the toes. Keep lifting through the chest. Just holding here, bring the hands back behind you and come into a seated position. We're going to bring our feet down to the end of the mat and roll down all the way to the floor. Now walking the heels in towards your sit bones, slide your shoulder blades down. Draw the belly in and lift your hips up into a strong bridge pose. Then roll down, really articulating through the spine. Good, deep inhale, neutral. Exhale, we draw that navel center in and lift the hips up, holding. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and roll down through the spine. This is a really good way to really connect to the core and also connect to what's going on in your spine. Now reach the arms up and over, this time adding an upper body stretch. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, roll down through the spine. Let's add a little core work by lifting your knees over your hips. Go ahead and straighten out the legs, drawing the belly in, and roll your shoulder and head off of the mat, coming into a modified boat pose. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw the knees in, release your head, neck, and your feet. Great, great work. Let's lift back up into our bridge. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, reach your arms over the crown of your head. Slowly roll down through the spine, drawing the belly in. Lift your knees up and over your hips. Straighten out those legs and roll up into modified boat. Take a full breath here, and then go ahead and bend your knees. Release your head and neck, and give yourself a little hug, stretching out your low back and hips. Now we're going to come into a spinal twist. So first, crossing your legs, interlock your fingers, and bring your hands behind your head. We'll come into twisted root, bringing the elbows up towards the knees. Remember, don't pull on your neck and really focus on the navel chakra here, pulling the belly in. See if you can add maybe a small lift of the tailbone as you come into the crunch. going at your own pace. Good, then let's just do a couple more. Release your hands, and now come into that spinal twist, rolling both knees over to the left. Now this twist is great for the internal organs, but if it's too much on the back, then I want you to go ahead and uncross your legs and just do a straight spinal twist. Now soften the upper body, releasing the shoulder blade. Take another breath and uncross your legs. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Now let's take that left leg across the right. If you want, you can tuck the toes under the ankle. Interlock your fingers. Take a deep inhale as you exhale, coming into our twisted root. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. Now go ahead and release your arms out into a T and drop your knees slowly to the opposite side, the right. If you want to, you can take your right hand over on that left thigh. Reach through the left fingertips and return to your breath. Now uncross your legs, come back to the center. Give yourself a nice hug. And now let's rock and roll all the way up into a seated position. Good, come to the center of your mat. Hands on your knees. Close your eyes. And come into that Ujjayi breath. We'll come into the Mandala Mudra, creating that circle of wholeness, the thumbs lightly touching. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.